Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, so you sent off your first reinvestigation letter and you got a response saying it was verified, frivolous, or irrelevant, or you just didn't get a response back at all. So now what do? I got you. First, real quick, I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna look at 15 USC 1681I, which is the procedure in case of disputed accuracy. So if it comes back verified and you know you completed step one correctly, meaning that you highlighted your consumer report with all the inaccuracies or incomplete items, then now you send off a validation letter, pretty much stating how was it verified or reinvestigated, if this is incorrect and this is incorrect, and so on. So according to 6, notice of results of reinvestigation. We can go down here at 3. So it is notice that if requested by the consumer, a description of the procedure used to determine the accuracy and completeness of the information shall be provided to the consumer by the agency, including the business name and address of any furnisher of information contacted in connection with such information and the telephone number of such furnisher, if reasonably available. So this is the title, this is the code that gives you authorization to ask, how was this item reinvestigated? What methods did they use? And who did they contact? So once you get that together, then you'll also attach your consumer report that you highlighted all your information on there that was inaccurate. You'll attach that with your validation letter. You'll send them off certified, and you wait your 30 days again. Make sure you keep track of all your documents that you're sending off. Make sure you're getting copies of them. Develop some type of system where you can keep all your tracking numbers in there, so you can just maybe put in the name of the creditor and the tracking number and all the information pop up. So if they determine that it was frivolous or irrelevant, then you go up to 3, and let's see how we handle that. So determination that the dispute is frivolous or irrelevant. So right, and A is going to describe to you how they get to frivolous or irrelevant and what it means or whatever. But I want you to look at C, contents of notice. A notice under subparagraph B shall include, because they have to send you a notice once they determine anything. You always receive a notice no matter what it is. If they determine that it was frivolous and irrelevant, they have to send you a notice. If they delete it, they have to send you a notice. If they verify it, they have to send you a notice. There is no response. That's not, they can't do that. That's against the United States codes. All right, so identification of any information. So notice under subparagraph B shall include the reasons for the determination under subparagraph A. So they must tell you why they determined that it was frivolous or irrelevant, and they must tell you how you can fix it for them to investigate the disputed information, pretty much. 2 would tell you identification of any information required to investigate the disputed information, which may consist of a standardized form describing the general nature of such information. So this is what you use. So you return with a letter pretty much stating that you are the consumer requesting the information. And if they're asking you for additional information, you add the information that they're asking you for. All right, you send that off. You attach your consumer report that you highlighted all your inaccuracies. You attach that with this form with this letter as well. You send these all certified. Again, develop y'all a system so y'all can keep track of all this. It's all your evidence. So now we want to talk about if they don't respond to you at all. So if they don't respond to you at all, like I told you earlier, that's not an option. They only get 30 days to respond, and they have to respond to you in those 30 days. If they don't think it's you or think it's a serious thing, they must respond and say that it's frivolous or irrelevant. So no response means that it's unverifiable. Treatment of inaccurate or unverifiable information. So it tells you right here, After any reinvestigation under paragraph 1 of any information disputed by a consumer, an item of the information is found to be inaccurate or incomplete or cannot be verified, the consumer reporting agency shall promptly delete that item of information from the file of the consumer or modify that item of information as appropriate based on the results of the reinvestigation, and promptly notify the furnisher that the information has been modified or deleted from the file of the consumer. So if they can't verify it, or is incomplete or inaccurate, it must be deleted or modified on your consumer report stating that. All right, so 5 of this title is what speaks about inaccurate, unverifiable information. So if they don't respond to your letter, you send a letter after the 30 days that they receive, according to 1 of this title, paragraph A, before the end of the 30-day period beginning on the date which the agency receives the notice of the dispute from the consumer. And they only get those additional 15 days if you send more evidence or something in during the process of that they already started with the 30 days. So if they're 10 days in, you're going to add just 15 days more. So it'll be 45 days that you have to wait. Yeah, so you respond with a letter pretty much stating, hey, after them 30 days are up, if you didn't send any more correspondence after these 30 days are up, you respond with a letter, hey, I sent you a letter to reinvestigate some items on my consumer report, and nothing was responded back to me in a 30-day period. You can either say, I'm giving you an additional 30 days right now. According to 15 U.S.C. 1681I, you were only given the 30 days, but I'm gonna give you, out of my generosity, additional 30 days to investigate these items, or whatever you want to say. But according to 15 U.S.C. 1681I, they only get 30 days, unless you add the 15 additional days. All right, so you also want to attach to your previous letter that you sent, attach the shipping number so they can look it up if need be. Just have evidence of everything that you're doing. Make sure you're making copies, make sure you're sending it off certified, and make sure you're keeping all these copies, and make sure you're keeping your shipping numbers, because shoot, even major companies, they keep their files for years. So don't delete your evidence so quickly. All right, that's it for this video. The 3 consumer reporting agencies are in the description below. If y'all have any questions, holler at your boy. I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be safe.